You're listening to Into the Smoke, hosted by Patrick Harmon.
So what's up, guys? It's been a long time since I talked to you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I only talk to you guys when there is headline news. There is headline news. There's a lot. There's some housekeeping we need to get up to speed first. JR's retirement. Dale Jr.'s retirement. The 9 millionth time most popular driver. I don't know how many times. I didn't look that up. I just forgot about that when I was doing my notes. But yes, he is retiring. Not officially, because next year he does have on his agenda some of for JR Motorsports. He is going to be doing some Xfinity races, but from the Cup Series, I believe he's done. So I just can't believe it. He's done. I understand. I understand why. Medical reasons. He doesn't. He believes that. He believes that. I believe that. I believe that. I believe the reason he wants to leave is because of all of his concussions, and he wants to stay healthy. And I'll get into the other reason. You know, I mean, like the medical reasons for the other incident that happened a couple weeks ago. But I believe that's the reason. That's the main reasons behind it. He has a wife, and he's probably gonna have a kid coming on the way pretty soon too. So the Coca-Cola 600 over in Charlotte, North Carolina is coming up tonight at 6 p.m. Well, my time. I don't know about your guys's. Check your local listings. But the Coca-Cola 600 and the 500 is happening right now. I'm going to try to upload this video before the Coke 600. But the 500 is happening right now down below me in Indianapolis. Ray Hunter, I believe his name is Ray Hunter Reddy. I guess it says Dash Reddy. I'm guessing second last name. He's in first place still. They're doing I think they were just getting they just got done with green flag pit stops, but they're on 119 of 200, so they still got a ways to go on that big track. But yep, if I keep on going, I'll let you guys know who wins. But I can't wait for the 600 night. I love watching them big races, and the 600 definitely is a big race. But let's get into some news. And all I have is major news. A couple weeks ago in Kansas Motor Speedway, there was a major wreck. 2 weeks ago, there, major wreck. I don't know. I don't know exactly what all led up to it, but ended up being Danica and Joey Logano got up into it, and they were wrecking, and everything would have been fine, but Eric Almirola with his car, somehow he could not stop. And he was stating he stated at a press conference that it was due to either Danica's her water, which Danica's what do you call it, radiator water, transmission fluid, anything could have blown out of that car, and she couldn't. It went all over the track. He was going to. They were doing 200 easy around that track. And Eric he probably got slowed down to 180 or a little less, I'm guessing. And he hit Danica's car, but he ended up hitting Joey's car, and that car, his rear end literally flew up. And I was thinking his axle somebody was saying how his axle his spring rubbers fell out, and I think that's what happened. But I thought his axle literally broke off and was literally just bouncing. It was like you could see it for a couple seconds, and then he slammed back down, and I'm pretty sure he said when they took it back to the R&D center, that's where they take all of the cars. They usually just take the cars that are like they win and all that stuff, but they also take the cars that somebody just wrecked off at Indy. Pretty bad wreck too. I'll talk to you guys about that too. I'm gonna actually look that up while I talk to you guys. There was a bad wreck. There was a bad wreck there's always lately. I think they screwed with the cars the last couple years, but they've like the last few years they've had some bad wrecks in Indy during qualifying, at least at their qualifying. But I'll have to look that up sometime soon for you guys. But you could see like they were saying that the springs, the R&D said the springs were still intact, but R&D said the springs were intact, like still in there, but it almost looked like springs were. It looked like the tires literally leveled out into the car. But Danica and Joey were okay. Like I guess Danica might have had a sprained ankle or something like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. She drove last weekend, which was the what do you call that? The All-Star race. Wow, I had a blank for that second. Yeah, her and Joey drove the All-Star race, and they went back. But Eric, and I'll go, and then now we're gonna switch over to Eric. So, like I said, Danica and Joey were fine. They got out of their car. Danica's car actually was on fire, and Danica and Joey were Danica was all mad at Joey, but I don't think Joey had a choice in that wreck. So but Eric was definitely hurt, and he was I guess initially when he got in the wreck and he finally got to a stop, he dropped his window net, and everybody said that. I'm like, everybody was saying, oh, he's okay, he's fine, but like they kept on saying, I'm like, wow, like even like the guys up in the booth, like Gordon, like Jeff Gordon even thinks he knows everything. He doesn't. Like just because they drop the window net, it means that they're not. I'm not meaning any. I'm not being mean when I say this, but when they drop the window net, and like I said, I'm not trying to be mean by this, but the only reason they drop the window net is to let everybody know they're not dead. That is and that's what I feel. This is that I maybe like that every single time. How many wrecks have you seen that they've dropped the window net and they are still hurt? And that just irritated me when I was sitting there. And they're like, "Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine." No, he's not. If they literally cut the roof around him off so that they could get him out. He's not fine. Don't sit there and try to tell your viewers that he's not fine. He's fine. Just say, hey, he's going to need to get checked out, and he probably needs to get. He's probably hurt, but just don't tell everybody. That's not. It's protocol to tell them that, you drop your window net, but I need some extra help, But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe maybe he wasn't following protocol, but I feel like because in the incident at Daytona a couple years ago with Kyle Busch, didn't he drop his window net? Tony's accident on track, um, like every single like I'm pretty sure it's protocol to make sure to let everybody know that, but I don't know. But what he was saying, what he made a statement was that he was like he got scared that he's like initially he was on fire and he thought he was on fire and he had to get out of there right away because he didn't want to die in a fire versus might have broken bones or something like that. He'd rather have broken bones or there was a motive there. But then after he realized that, oh, I'm I'm not on fire, and then he started moving around. That was what he was saying. That after he started moving around, then he realized that, ow, that hurts, and he was actually moving around. He pulled the steering wheel off, and he moved his he moved up. He moved his arms and stuff like that. Then he realized that, ow, that hurts. I need to sit here and wait for the medics to come out. Medics came out. They extracted him from the roof of the car, and then they drove him and all that stuff. They went to the infield care center where they probably did a quick assessment because they want you to get the most possible care, the best possible care you need. So they do that. They just sit there and be like, hey, what do you got? They don't have the they have the things to like do like IVs and all that stuff if you get like if you're over dehydrated or something like that, because that's happened to the best of drivers, like Jimmy Johnson's even had to have. I've seen him tweet after the races that he sat there and like, oh man, it's a great race, but it takes a lot out of you. I bet after the 600 there might, I bet there's going to be a driver that might have to go to the infield care center after that because of after the sometimes even in a night race sometimes it takes a lot out of you, but yeah. But yeah, that's the real reason he even said it. That he even said is that's why I I didn't drop it because I was fine and dandy. I dropped it because I was, because I thought I was on fire. It's really not protocol to drop your window net, just because you're fine. It's protocol so people don't think you're something. The medics don't think you're something else. If the medics don't see you drop your window net, they're going to come over to you right away because they're either going to think you're, if the fire got to you or something else, and they're going to have to get you out. Like they're going to probably Superman you out. Like they're going to probably get Superman and go, something like that. So, but yeah, he went to the went to a Kansas hospital right away after that. He stayed overnight, and then they tweeted out. I forget if they tweeted out right after that, or if that happened Friday. I believe it happened the following Friday. Is when they had a press conference, and that's this is what they talked about. He has a T5 vertebrae compression fracture in his back, which my dad had a lot of back problems like that, and they're not very easy to have. I know that back problems are not the easiest thing to have, especially in racing. And if anybody knows about racing back problems, it'll be Gordon. Jeff Gordon had a lot of back problems in racing, but especially his late years. So they're talking about 12 weeks, 12 12 weeks out. That was the maximum, I think, around. But I'm thinking it's going to be 12 weeks because he said if he doesn't go in, it's kind of going to be like the same type of situation like Junior would have been. If you go back in too soon, things might happen. And with Eric Almirola's incident, it would have been like it would have been something else. So so I don't know. I'm spacing out for you guys. In Eric Almirola's incident, he would have been um, paralyzed from the waist down, and he doesn't want that. He has kids and all that stuff. And in Junior's incident, he would have probably lost memory. So Regan Smith has been in the car for the last 2 weeks. Last week in the All-Star, which was an on-points race. It was just a race. And this week. So we'll find out how good he is in a points race. RPM, Richard Petty Motorsports, really does want was looking for a good driver. So, but and they're looking, and I think they were looking for long term, but is doing short term for right now. I don't really understand why they're doing this, because they do know that he's probably going to need to do long term. But I think I kind of know why. I don't want to say it really. I don't want to say anything too crazy, because I don't think Eric wants to retire right away. But like, sponsors really do want long-term answers, though. Just like in the Tony's incident or Junior's incident, or Tony or even Kyle's incident. They always want long-term answers. They don't want those short terms like, oh, we'll do this week. They want those long-term answers. If they don't get those long-term answers, then sponsors don't get like that. But yeah. So I don't know. Maybe like I just don't understand. I mean, maybe Eric has a choice to make too. Maybe Richard Petty Motorsports has told him, like, we have two suggestions. Either maybe he hasn't sent out his final answer yet, so that's why. Or if I don't know if Regan Smith even has a if he has long-term plans, because that might be the case too. He might have long-term plans too. I don't know, but like I said, that's what they definitely said, was they definitely were looking for a solid driver. But my next story is Red Horse Racing. It's a truck. It's a truck team. It was, by the way, a truck team. Has two trucks, fielded two trucks. Brett Moffitt, and the number 7 of Brett Moffitt, and number 17 of Timothy Peters. It stopped racing as of Monday. This last Monday. The team owner has been trucking since 2005. Wow. What could happen? And I'll go back into that a little bit later a little bit after and a little bit later. But isn't that crazy that a team should just like how what could happen? What happened there? I didn't see too much there, but it just said they closed due to from multiple sources stated that it closed, just closed its doors. Like, see ya. You know, we saw it with um um Michael Waltrip racing. Michael Waltrip. Then he stopped racing this year too. He only raced the Daytona 500. He usually races the spring Talladega too, but I don't know. Like, does it real like is other teams gonna follow? But I'll talk a little bit more about later. But um, Kyle Busch got asked in a press conference. I'm guessing when he was either like it's like I mean they have press conferences all the time at tracks. But he got asked at basically hey, we heard that Red Horse Racing, he has a truck series truck thing too, and he's like, we heard all this is happening. What's your deal? But you don't hear about money. You just don't, and you just don't. It's like Tony has a team. Junior has a team. Junior doesn't really he runs his team, but he doesn't at the same time. Tony definitely runs his team. He helps helps I'm blanking names, but he helps everybody. He helps Danica still. He tries to, because if he helps them, he makes more money, and he has a then he has Tony Stewart Racing, which fields sprint cars. So yeah, so yeah, so there's a lot of teams out there. But yeah, Kyle Busch got asked, and this is what he was talking about. Nobody talks about money, by the way, and he basically, I don't know if he got pushed into asking, or pushed into making aware of what, but he stated that he makes it, he stated that it takes $3.2 million a year for one truck for 1 year. For 1 year, it takes $3.2 million. It's supposed to take around $2 million. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to run a truck. To field a truck. He pays out of pocket. I don't know if all of them do that, but he does. He does. He's trying to find cheaper engines and bodies, which everybody's trying to spend less money and make more money. I feel like that's the name of the game, I guess. I feel like everybody's name of the game is that way. Make more money, spend less. And he also talking about most expensive thing is employees, but it is where it's all at. Is because some of your employees are your drivers, and your drivers are your everything. Your drivers are where you make your money at, So yeah, but yeah, that's but yeah, But Kyle Busch got asked that, and that's what he stated. But the bigger picture and the what ifs, and I don't know, like, what are the what ifs? It's like, and I want to go back on to the thing of what if other teams follow Red Horse Racing? Maybe not the bigger teams, but maybe. What if? What if another team followed RHR? Um, I'm trying to think. I'm kind of running out of time. I want to get this up. Like I said, I want to get this uploaded before the race gets done. But I'm trying to think of a quick way to to um to talk about this. The what if, the bigger picture, because the one thing that costs, how a lot of these teams make the most money is ads. Not really ads, but the sponsorships they make. Like, oh, we got, sponsorships, like tool sponsorships, like Snap-on, and all, like, all the sponsorships they get. And the one way that NASCAR gets most of their money is ads. Well, what if those two just decide to leave one day? It's just a big what if, but could always happen. So, it's just one of those what ifs, but but Kyle Busch might win the 600 night. That is the biggest what if. Nobody wants to hear that, but oh well. He might, but he might not. But he might. He probably won't, guys. Hopefully he won't, but he might. Anyway, guys. To wrap it all up, Regan Smith might stay in the car until Eric might get back. We never know. There might be a bigger picture there. I feel like that's the main thing here, is there's always a bigger picture in everything. It's like the bigger picture of of there's might be a bigger picture of the Eric Almirola incident, if or they're just or just Regan Smith has other plans. RHR's done, and the 600's tonight, 6 p.m. Well, my time, out in Indiana. Indiana and well, obviously at 6 p.m. over in Charlotte too. So Charlotte to Indiana area. So, and I also didn't let you guys know that Junior also endorsed. I don't know if it's official, but I believe Junior endorsed Alex Bowman to drive the 88 for next year too. So I don't know if I don't know. I heard Hendrick doesn't like a lot of the young drivers. That's what he said when he was looking for drivers, when he was looking for potential drivers if Junior did retire. I believe either Gordon asked him or something else, but I was kind of weird that, but so Anyway, guys, hopefully you like this video. Well, audio. And hopefully your driver wins the 600 tonight. I will be uploading this tonight. So, not tonight, this afternoon will probably be around. It's going to be about 3 o'clock now, so probably be around 3:30 my time. And hopefully you guys get to listen to this, hopefully before the 600. Catch up on all the current news, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.